Welcome to online training and testing schemes in wine education. In the lesson of Introduction to Sensory Evaluation and Wine Testing Techniques. In this lesson, we are concentrated in the mouthfeel. The distribution of free nerve endings throughout the oral cavity generates poorly localized sensations. They derive from the stimulation of one or more than 4 types of trigeminal receptors. Their perception is delegated to one or more of the following mechanoreceptors located in the mouth: superficial structures of the mouth, periodontal membranes around the roots of muscles, and tendons involved in the chewing texture, give us textures. In wine, mouthfeel involve perceptions such as astringency, burning, prickling, viscosity, body, and temperature. These are categorized as mechanoreceptor, touch, pressure, vibration, and thermoreceptors, heat and cold. It is a complex of related sensations variously described as dry, calcary, road, or dust in the mouth. These attributes is very important in red wines and less in white wines. The sensation is primarily induced by flavonoid tannins. Astringency is a mouthfeel. It's not confined to a particular region of the mouth or tongue, but is perceived diffusely. It takes time to be perceived diffusely. The mechanisms controlling astringency is not completely known, but we know that chemically astringency is thought to result from the binding and precipitation of proline-rich salivary proteins and glycoproteins with phenolic compounds of the wine. So astringency, as a result of interaction between polyphenols and salivary proteins. The lubricating capacity of saliva decreases and friction increases between increase in friction activities mechanoreceptors. Mechanoreceptors give a signal to the brain, and we can perceive the astringency. Acid can generate the perception of astringency, one of the main problems in panel training. In fact, they may increase the interaction between phenolic compounds and proline-rich salivary proteins. Another problem, bitterness and astringency are often confused by panelists, so we need to train a lot in this mouthfeel. The difference between taste like bitter and a mouthfeel like astringency is very, very important to training our panel in this 2 types of sensation. Burning. Burning wine high in alcohol content produce a burning sensation in mouth. This perception results from the activation of the same receptors that respond to high temperature. Difference of temperature are perceived thanks to 3 types of thermal receptors. The cool mouthfeel produced by chilled, sparkling, or drying wines seems to add an element of interest and pleasure to wine subtle flavors. Temperatures Cool temperatures also help retain the effervescence of sparkling wines. In contrast, red wine are served at room temperatures, where we may have a reduced bitterness and astringent sensation and an increased volatility of wine aromatics. Prickling, the addition bubbles denote a textural sensation. So it's very important the content of carbon dioxide in our wine. This can modify the perception of sapid compounds, sweet, sour, and salty. Body, weight. Despite the importance of body to the overall quality of wine, its precise origin remain unclear. The sweet wine's body is often viewed as being rarely correlated with sugar contents. In dry wines, it has often been associated with alcohol content. So for sensor analysis, body is not a mouthfeel definition, okay? So because there is not a reference to analyze this type of attribute. As metallic. Metallic sensation is occasionally found in dry wines, and particularly in aftertaste in some sparkling wine. The origin of the sensation is unknown. So it's very important to understand that the mouthfeel characteristic, very important to sensor analysis, is the astringency, that is influenced by temperature, that is influenced by pH, and different influence, for example, the panel analyzer. Thank you.